Most men over 60 are living on a ticking time bomb, and they have no idea because their doctors have given them a sleeping pill in the form of a diagnosis. It's called BPH, Benign Prostatic Hyperplasia. They tell you it's just a swelling, like a gray hair or a wrinkle. But here is the truth they won't tell you in a 10-minute consultation. For thousands of men, that prostate isn't just getting bigger. It is undergoing a biological collapse. I call it prostate silent decay. While you are busy counting how many times you wake up to pee, the internal architecture of your most vital organ is literally rotting from the inside out. And the worst part? The very tests meant to save you are actually the trap that will strip away your manhood, your bladder control, and your dignity. If you don't watch this entire video, you are walking blindly into a medical funnel that has no exit. We're going to look at the 5 signs of decay that BPH doesn't explain, and I'm going to show you how to stop the intervention machine before it's too late. To understand the decay, you have to understand what the prostate actually is. Think of it as a high-precision chemical factory. It's packed with delicate tubes and tiny pumps. After 60, in many men, this factory doesn't just enlarge, it begins to clog. Imagine a pipe in an old house. Over time, it doesn't just get narrower, the metal itself begins to corrode. Bacteria and stagnant fluids get trapped in the microscopic pockets of the tissue. This creates a state of invisible, chronic inflammation. This isn't a benign growth, it's a toxic swamp. And here is the kicker. Standard blood tests can't see the swamp. Your PSA might be normal for your age, but your tissue is screaming for help. By the time the PSA spikes, the decay has already reached a point of no return. You are no longer dealing with a simple swelling, you are dealing with a structural failure. Let's get specific. If you have even one of these signs, your prostate is not just old, it's in trouble. Sign 1, the lone red signal. You go to the bathroom, everything is normal. But then, you see a single, tiny speck of blood. No pain. You think, maybe I just strained. Wrong. In a healthy prostate, the vessels are shielded. If you see blood, it means the internal lining is eroding. It's like a crack in a dam. It's the first sign that the tissue is literally breaking down. Sign 2, the pelvic shadow. This isn't a sharp pain. It's a feeling of heaviness. You feel it when you sit in your car or at dinner. It feels like you're sitting on a golf ball. Most men think it's their lower back or just getting old. It's not. It's prostatic congestion. The decay has caused the gland to lose its ability to drain, and now it's a heavy, stagnant weight pressing on your nerves. Sign 3, the canary in the coal mine. Every man fears it, sudden erectile dysfunction, or a significant drop in sensation. You go for testosterone therapy. Stop. The nerves that control your function wrap around the prostate like a delicate vine. If the prostate is decaying and inflamed, it creates a toxic environment for those nerves. Your ED isn't a hormone problem, it's a prostate mechanical failure. Sign 4, the texture warning. Pay attention to your semen. If it becomes yellowish, clumpy, or has a strange odor, that is a direct report from the factory floor. It means the enzymes that keep the fluid liquid are failing. The decay has changed the chemical pH of your body. This is a massive red flag that your prostate is no longer functional. It's just a reservoir for waste. Sign 5, the nightly cliff. We all know about waking up once. But silent decay has a specific pattern, the sudden escalation. If you went from waking up once to 3 times in less than 6 months, that is not BPH. BPH takes years to grow. This rapid change is a sign of active tissue distress. Your bladder isn't the problem, it's reacting to the fire inside your prostate. Now here is where it gets dangerous. You notice these signs. You go to the doctor. You're worried. The doctor sees a 68-year-old man with urinary issues and a slightly elevated PSA. What happens next? The machine takes over. They order a biopsy. They take 12 needles and fire them into that already inflamed, decaying tissue. This check can trigger more inflammation, more scarring, and more decay. Let me tell you about Frank. Frank was 70. He had sign 2, the pelvic heaviness. He was active. He played golf. He had a life. The doctor found a suspicious area and pushed for surgery, a routine TURP, or even a full removal. Frank followed the rules. He treated the paper. 6 months later, the surgery was a success, according to the surgeon. But Frank, he was wearing pads. He lost his intimate life. And the worst part? That heavy feeling was still there because the surgery didn't treat the underlying decay. It just cut away the tissue. Frank traded his autonomy for a clean MRI. He didn't need a knife, he needed a biological intervention. But the system only knows how to cut. I need you to hear this clearly. After 65, your goal is preservation, not perfection. If you have these 5 signs, you don't need a, quote, perfect PSA of 1.0. You need a functioning body. You have the right to ask your urologist, if we do this biopsy, will it change my quality of life for the better, or are we just looking for an excuse to operate? Often, the decay can be managed with lifestyle shifts, specific anti-inflammatory protocols, and watchful waiting. We can drain the swamp without burning down the factory. Standard medicine treats the prostate like an isolated organ, but it's part of your foundation. If you destroy the foundation to fix a leak, the whole house falls down. Do not let them treat you like a number on a lab report. You are a man with a life to live. This video is about one thing: control. If you've noticed even one of the 5 signs I mentioned today, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. You need to become the most informed person in your doctor's office. If this message resonated with you, if you're tired of the just part of aging excuses, then subscribe to this channel. We are building a community of men who refuse to be victims of the intervention machine. We are taking back our health, our independence, and our future. I want to hear your story below. Have you ever been pushed toward a surgery that felt too fast? Have you ever been pushed toward a surgery that felt too fast? Are you dealing with one of these 5 signs right now? Your comment could be the warning another man needs to see before he signs that consent form. Stop treating the paper. Start treating your life. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.